Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. Hearthstone's Classic format is coming soon, and in that format you're going to be playing with basic and classic cards as they were in summer 2014, right before the release of Naxxramas. Back in those days my Hearthstone collection wasn't that great, I was still playing decks like Warlock, Murloc, but it's going to be exciting to be playing with the old-fashioned Hearthstone stuff again, at least for a while. And in this video, I want to take a look at the top 10 most exciting cards that are about to be unnerfed for the Classic format. This is not going to change anything in Standard, not even anything in Wild, but for Classic format, these cards are going to return back to their former glory. And number 10 on my list is Murloc Warleader. Currently, your other Murlocs have +2 attack, but back in the day, Murloc Warleader gave all other Murlocs +2/+1. These sorts of health buff auras have been pretty hard in Hearthstone. Stuff like Equality Pyromancer doesn't clear a health buffed aura minions. At buffing your opponent's minions too, there are so many things that can go wrong with that, but hey, Murlocs back in their full former glory. I'll be sure to play some Warlock Murloc in that format again. Speaking of aggro, number 9 on my list, the Leper Gnome. Currently a 1-mana 1/1 death rattle, deal 2 damage to enemy hero, somewhat serviceable card. It sees some play, although it is one of the weakest cards typically in the decks that it is played in. But back in the day, it used to be a 1-mana 2/1 with that death rattle, and that's one formidable aggro card. Coming in at number 8 is the Warzone Commander. Warzone Commander's heyday came a little bit later. That came with Blackrock Mountain, with the Grim Patron that just resulted in boards and boards of charging minions. But the original Warzone Commander still, whenever you summon a minion with 3 or less attack, give it charge, instead of your charge minions have +1 attack. A nerf that so killed the card that it even became a meme. Like Blizzard used to really kill cards when they nerfed cards back then. Of course, this is less powerful without Grim Patron, but there's still Raging Worgens out there, there's still Frothing Berserkers out there, there's still some minions that you may want to give a charge to. Did you remember that Catchets and Auctioneer also used to be more powerful? Yeah, I mean a card that still sees play, but it was even better then. Catchet and Auctioneer, same effect, used to cost only 5 mana, so get ready for some Miracle Rogue. Also, pretty much every card in the Druid toolkit has been nerfed. I mean, Wild Growths, Nourishes, there are so many Druid cards that have been nerfed. And they're all going to be restored back to their former glory. But one that I would like to point out is Ancient of Lore, a card that hasn't seen any play since its nerf, but back in Classic days, 7 mana for a 5/5 that draws 2 cards used to be good. And yeah, can't wait to play with my 3 friends again. One of the things that have seen the most nerfs have been things that charge. Warzone Commander was already shown, but did you remember that Arcane Golem used to be a playable card? Arcane Golem was one of the cards that was killed with the nerf. 3 mana 4/4 Barrow give your opponent a mana crystal, totally useless card. But hey, 3 mana 4/2 that gives your opponent a mana crystal but has charge. That's a completely different matter. Good old Arcane Golem is going straight to the dome. And speaking of charge, Leroy Jenkins. First it was nerfed, then it was Hall of Famed. In Classic format it's going to come back in its unnerfed state. 4 mana, 6/2 charge, Battlecry summon 2 1/1 rolls for your opponent. Yeah, that was the cornerstone of aggro decks back in the day. Works with Shadow Steps, with Cold Bloods, it just works. We're reaching the top 3 most exciting cards here, and as number 3, we have Force of Nature. Force of Nature still sees play in its current form whenever there's a good Treant synergy deck. Summon 3 2/2 Treants, but it used to be the key part of Druid combo that just killed you. 6 mana, summon 3 2/2 Treants with charge that die at the end of the turn. Force of Nature, Savage Roar, Padow, go to the dome. If you left Druid with anything on the board, they would just slap the combo on top of that and it would be lethal damage. And for all the Hunter players, Starving Buzzard. Starving Buzzard has been killed completely. I mean, 5 mana 3/2 Beast whenever you summon a Beast draw card. Yeah, you can't really play that with Beasts, but it used to cost just 2 mana. 2 mana 2/1 when you summon a Beast draw card. Starving Buzzard, Unleash the Hounds. Unleash used to cost 2, but we're going back to in time to moment just before Naxxramas. So Unleash will cost 3 mana, but it's still 2 mana Buzzard, 3 mana Unleash. Get stuff going, draw a ton of cards. Fun times to be hunting. And finally, the most exciting unnerfed card is Blade Flurry. Blade Flurry was also nerfed to Oblivion. 4 mana, destroy a weapon and deal its damage to all enemy minions. How about 2 mana, and I destroy that weapon and I deal the damage also to their face? That sounds so much better from my perspective. These were only half of the cards that are being unnerfed for the Classic format. The Classic set had been hit with many nerfs, in addition to tons of cards that went to Hall of Fame. But now, with the return of the Classic format, we can all play with the unnerfed versions of the cards once again. And I'm really looking forward to that. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the show, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more.